Hey everyone, welcome back to Quick Podcast Studio. I'm your host Dave, and today we're diving into something that's been absolutely revolutionizing how modern sales reps work. And honestly, it might be the missing piece in your sales strategy. If you're a sales rep grinding it out every single day, you know the struggle is real. Endless emails, follow-ups, and that constant pressure to stay top of mind with your prospects without burning yourself out. Here's the thing. Most sales reps are stuck in this exhausting cycle where they're manually reaching out to the same people over and over, trying to keep relationships warm, but it's eating up all their time. That's exactly where Quick Podcast Studio becomes a game changer, and I'm going to walk you through exactly why. Let's start with the biggest pain point for every sales rep I know: time management. You've got maybe 8 hours in a day, and half of it is already consumed by admin tasks, emails, and meetings you didn't even plan for. What if I told you that you could create personalized, professional audio content in minutes instead of hours, and use that to replace dozens of manual touchpoints? Quick Podcast Studio lets you record a quick message and boom, you've got professional content that reaches your entire prospect list automatically. But here's where it gets really good: duplicating your efforts across multiple prospects without sounding like a robot. You know that feeling when you're sending the same email to 50 different people and it feels completely inauthentic? With Quick Podcast Studio, you create one powerful message once, and it reaches dozens or even hundreds of prospects with your personal touch intact. No more copy-paste exhaustion. Now let's talk about keeping in touch with potential clients, because that's what separates the top performers from everyone else. The fortune is in the follow-up, right? Most reps fail because they let leads go cold, not because they don't care, but because they simply don't have the bandwidth to nurture everyone effectively. Quick Podcast Studio makes consistent follow-up effortless, which means your prospects hear from you regularly without you spending 5 hours a week on outreach. When you're consistently in someone's ear with valuable insights delivered in your own voice, something magical happens. You become the expert in their mind. Think about it. Would you rather get a generic email from a sales rep or a personalized audio message from someone who clearly knows their stuff? Your prospects are going to perceive you as the authority, the person who has answers, because you're the one providing value through meaningful communication. That perception is trust, and trust is what closes deals. You're not just another sales rep trying to make a quota, you're a trusted advisor. And when we talk about building trust at scale, this is the secret sauce that most sales organizations completely miss. Every single interaction you have with a prospect either builds trust or diminishes it. There's no neutral ground in sales. Quick Podcast Studio lets you build trust consistently because you're showing up regularly, you're speaking directly to them, and you're doing it in a way that feels genuine and personal. The time you save is honestly the cherry on top of everything else we've talked about. Let's be real. If you save even 5 hours a week on outreach and follow-ups, that's 260 hours a year you get back. That's time you could spend on high-value activities like closing deals, having discovery calls, or actually building relationships instead of just managing logistics. You could even use that time to learn more about your product, your industry, or your clients' businesses. All things that make you better at your job. So here's the bottom line. Quick Podcast Studio isn't just another tool. It's a complete shift in how you approach sales relationships. You save time, you eliminate duplicated tasks, you stay in touch effortlessly, you position yourself as the expert, and you build real trust with your prospects. If you're serious about hitting your numbers without burning out, it's time to give Quick Podcast Studio a real shot. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Now get out there and start closing more deals with less stress.